Today we're here to honor the people who came before us. The history of the place is very important. The people who were here, the Native Americans, the Air Force, are very important to the history of the facility, and we need to make sure that we don't forget that.
This morning I had the privilege of meeting Charles Williams, the nephew of the Charles Williams to which the Air Force Base was named after. And what a privilege, and it just put a revelation on my heart that this morning is not an event dedicating a terminal building. It is an event about celebrating the human spirit. We have some distinguished speakers out here this morning. I think you're going to see a connection between each speaker that has a message sharing their vision for the area and how they dedicated their lives to building on the shoulders of the people that came before us. So we might leave a legacy on for the generations that come after us. And what a privilege we are to have these people this morning to speak to us. With that, I'd like to pass the microphone over to the Executive Director of the Williams Gateway Airport Authority, which owns and operates the Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport, which is not to be confused with the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. If you're flying Allegiant Airlines, it's out Gateway. It's not at Sky Harbor, so that's my PR plug. So here is the Executive Director for Gateway, Lynn Kuzy.
Welcome to all of you. I see a lot of people in the gathering that we know, that we've had a long relationship with, and I see a lot of new people. I see a lot of young people. It's spring break, I guess, and we're really glad to have you all here today. We just wanted to thank all of you in a group for being here and joining us today.
First of all, welcome all of you here today to recognize the family that is here today, but also to commemorate the late Lieutenant Williams, who we have come to recognize his spirit, recognize the spirit that was here before. Our community, the Gila River Indian community, has been here since time immemorial.
Good morning, everybody. This is a song of the macaw. We have many songs and various different sources from various different ways, mostly from the spirits. And this is a song of celebration. Ayoy ke kana jo nai kem ajo kane kana auva yare mada na menganya da ayoy ke kana jo nai kem jo kane ka yare mada jo kane ka yare mada na menganya da ayoy ke kana jo nai kem.
Sabatai Kijia, Bojo Eda, Hoigadon. It's an honor to come here to bless this grounds. Let's pray. Josh talk with the Tama Eda Skuk Sadik. We would have it to make it the monkey the dock, Cheda, Jew with my height, Chigi, Eon White of Sapo Junior, Josh talk. To the worst Edom, Ari, my daughter, Edom, which is Jumachkum, worst Edom Monaco, George talk, or Pajo Junior, the Virgin, which buy to Chipkin. I won't be the American, but Poche order much. Edom, my high chick. With Amjad to be short into gateway, to a heavy Amjad. Jedom wasn't up, come what he high chick get at the Tashka, George thought, but there was a mark, skirk Tashka, skirk kid, what's it Edom? Edom out, my daughter. Sapa Joe, my tea dada, skirk tonneling, skirk high chick cheek. What's it other George talk, which is in the Tashkach? Jedom, my high chick. Sah Bojo either. Matias Tash, Matia Podada, Wuponia, Matas, Masma Bojo, George Talk, White Women's Kid Mutabaton, like K. Amjit, my helmets come from the Cocodum, Learso, what's it either? My high together, Jedam Hazard, my high chuck, where women's come and sap him at the Kakidik, Targa, Masma, Eden by Che, Mardik Chegat, amen. Thank you.
I appreciate your understanding and respecting the song, the times that we reflect back of how far we've come. Like I say, since time immemorial and today in the present. Thank you for all of you for being here, especially the young children, for understanding that this is such an important occasion for all of us.
What I want to do in just a couple minutes here is let you know how happy the Air Force is to be part of the Gateway community now, and give you a little bit of information on what we're doing now and what we have been doing up to since 1941. I'm very privileged to run part of the Air Force Research Laboratory, 6.5 acres that still remains of U.S. Air Force property after Williams Air Force Base was closed during the base realignment and closure process of 1991. But when this was Williams Air Force Base, it was the largest undergraduate pilot training base in the free world. Over the 52 years that it was an Air Force base, it trained over 26,500 pilots to serve not just for the United States, but for air forces around the world. Besides the Air Force military training aircraft that we have, including the T-38 that you see on a stick a couple of blocks down Sossaman there, there was airmen from all over the world, as I mentioned, and all sorts of other training that went on as part of our foreign cooperation programs, including training in such famous bombers and fighters as P-51s, P-58s, F-80s, B-17s, and B-24s. And then finally ending up with T-37 and T-38 aircraft towards the end of its 10 years Williams Air Force Base.
Please help me welcome to celebrate the history of the Air Force Base, Mr. Calvin Jasmine.
The experience here that we received at Williams, it's hard to explain. It was, like I said, the culmination of about 15 months of training, and which actually gave us a license to learn. And from then on, we had to, but it affected our remaining lives quite a bit. And I'm happy to see that they still keep the Williams name in the terminal, because we were very fond of being part of Williams Field. Thank you.
We are honored today to have with us the nephew of Lieutenant Charles L. Williams, Charles Murray Williams.
Lieutenant Williams, for whom the Air Force Base was named, died in an airplane crash near Hawaii in 1927, which was 4 years before I was born. So I never knew him. But I did have his reputation ahead of me, and that's why I decided to be Air Force ROTC at VMI when I went to college. And that is the reason why I was at Kirtland in research and development. And it's wonderful for me to find out that research and development is still on this base. That's wonderful. Not only that, but the research and development on this base employs many of the things that I was acutely interested in, which was computer graphics and how to make people work with computers in a sensible manner. And it's wonderful that that is still going on here, and I hope it will keep on going on here. At any rate, this is a wonderful experience for me and for my family, and so thank you very much.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
I've loaned the portrait to the airport because I think it's important that it be here. I think that my uncle would have liked it here, and I know my father would have liked it here.
We're very pleased to be here, and we're pleased that the general public is starting to acknowledge and recognize our ancestral lands, that a lot of them have a cultural connection to the past and to the present here. And we're always pleased to come to the table for progress and cooperation and respect.